Paper trading is how you can trade without risking any real money. You can trade in a simulated environment, so you can actually test out your trading. Are you actually any good? If you traded with real money, would you perform well? You can test that in paper trading. No risk, just get a feel for markets, learn the basics, or perhaps hone a really complicated strategy you're working on. So you saw what we did there. We clicked and opened the trading panel at the bottom of your chart. Depending on where you are in the world, you will see all of these brokerages available to you, and you can of course connect to any of them, and you'll see paper trading by TradingView. This is TradingView's official paper trading engine. It's fast, fluid, easy to use. Just click connect and you'll get started. As you see, paper trading, also known as simulated trading, lets you practice buying and selling securities. There is no risk of losing real money. Our system tracks your orders and you can see how much profit or loss you have on your account. Click connect and you're ready to go. So this is how our paper trading account looks at the moment because we have some orders placed. This is what we have. We have Google, AUD USD. We see our orders here, our history, our account history, and our trading journal. So our trading journal just shows us everything that's happened. And of course, we can reset this if we want to start fresh. You see our account balance, our equity, our open profit, and all of our trades are right here as well. Google, AUD USD. And if we click this little pencil icon, it will take us to the order and we can modify it right from there. And if we head over to the chart, for example, this is Google, we'll actually see our trade on the chart right here. These are the drawings, they're saved. Here's our stop loss, our take profit, our entry, and we can follow this in real time and just have fun with it. Same thing for the Australian dollar, US dollar. We have a trade placed here as well. And it looks like right here at 5, we bought 5 and we can see it right on the chart. And we can make an edit just like this, you see. Okay, but let's do this now from the beginning. Let's go to a chart we have no work, no trades on, and let's just dive right in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a chart in this example of what would be a good asset to use. Let's do CRM for Salesforce. So we're going to Salesforce. Now we look at this chart. We're on a 1 minute. By the way, we're trading on a 1 minute as an example. We do not recommend this. Usually use a daily, click auto to readjust, or a weekly, monthly, even hourly. But we're using a 1 minute chart because we want to execute some trades as an example so you can see how this works in real time. So we click our order panel and this opens up our order panel to get the trade started. So we look at this chart and interesting enough, there seems to be quite the downtrend happening on this 1 minute chart. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow this downtrend and we're going to basically try to buy a dip and then sell into the downtrend. So it would look something like this. Price goes here, then here, then here. And we're going to try to do that right now in our paper trading account. So we're going to place our order here then at the bottom, these lows. So it's going to be about 218. So we're going to do a limit order and we're going to just type in 218. Quantity, we can buy 10. And then our take profit in this instance is going to be at about, let's say, 219. So we're only looking to make $1 on this trade. This is just an example. Remember, just an example. And our stop loss, of course, would be if it breaks these lows here, that would take us at about 217.90-ish. So let's go to 217.90. So that's our trade. So we have buy, see buy here. It's a limit order, and a limit order means we only want to buy if it hits this price. We only want to buy if it hits this price. Our units, 10. We have our price, so our take profit at 219. Our stop loss at 217.90. And you can organize this by pips, price, dollar, or percentage. So let's do it. And the trade is off. We have placed the trade, and it is we have a very tight stop loss here, but remember, this is just an example. So what we can do now is watch our trade to see what happens. And it's a trade to show you how to set this up. So you have your paper trading account, and your order panel is right here. You can open and close it with one click, and you can set up your order and all of the parameters, take profit, stop loss, and then get the order started. There's also these buttons up here: buy at market, sell market, and these are also the bid and the ask, by the way. One final tip: if you right click on the chart, you can place trades at specific levels. So you can right click to place a trade. For example, we zoom in and we could right click, hover our mouse right here over trade, and we could place the trade right from here: buy, sell, create new order. Another quick helpful tip is if you right click and go to settings, in this menu there is something called trading. So normally you would open up settings, you'd see symbol, and you'd go down to trading, and these are all of the options available to you. You can customize all of this. So show positions, show orders. You see what happened there? Our order disappeared. Your connecting line, you have it. You can extend your lines left and right. See how they stopped going across the entire chart. Show executions. You can see executions. Play sounds. All of these are right here, and this makes it really fun to paper trade because you can customize the chart to your liking. But what's really fun about this is now you see the trade directly on your chart, and you can hang out and wait. One other example is, and we'll show this again, is if you trade crypto or are interested in crypto. Let's say it's Saturday. As you know, most markets are closed on Saturday, but crypto trades 24/7. So you can have some fun paper trading crypto right from your chart here. And it's just a hobby that you could enjoy on the side. And to learn more, test ideas, no matter how simple or complex. So here's a chart of Ethereum, ETHUSD, and why don't we show you some trading strategies for this, or trading examples, we should say. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open our order panel. This time we're going to do things a little differently. What we're going to do this time is we're actually just going to place a market order. And a market order means just get us filled at the best possible price. We're not going to worry about anything else. Not a recommended strategy, but we just would like to show you how that looks. So it's just an example. In this case, let's buy 5 Ethereum, and let's not set a take profit or stop loss. We just want to get in. We believe in this trade, the run is off. It's going to come up here, go back down, and it's going to, shake out a little bit after that. But our target is up here. We think the run's on. Remember, just an example. We don't really recommend trading like this, just to show you. So now we click buy, and the order's placed. Check it out. We've been executed, and we're down $12 already. That was not that great of a trade, and it's why market orders are never fully recommended. You may not get the best execution. We're down $15 just like that. So if anything, actually, we hope that this video is a reminder of placing limit orders. Get the best execution. Find the perfect fill. And that's what you can learn with paper trading. You can see this firsthand without risking anything. So our order's been placed, and if you recall, we can open up our paper trading panel, and now we can see all the orders we have. We have Google, AUD/USD, ETHUSD. And how cool is it that you can click each paper trade in your positions and look at the chart, quickly adjust. We can go through our orders just like this, track them all with one click. And we can see our orders here, so we can just learn a little bit more. We can sort them by working. Working would mean that the order is looking to get filled. It's live. It's ready to go. It's a stop loss or take profit target. Inactive. So the Salesforce position, filled, canceled, rejected. It's all right here. We can also see our starting account balance, 100,000, and we see how much we're up on the day. We're at 1,000. What our equity is, so 100,000. Sorry, this is 100,000, and our open profit at 1870. So we're up so far since we started this video. Our paper trading is hanging in there, you could say. Okay, so we placed this trade, if you remember, with just a market order and it's not going well. Hopefully that's a lesson in how paper trading can be helpful. Get good at managing your limit orders. But watch this. Say you make a mistake in paper trading. Here's what you could do. Go to your positions, and here's ETHUSD. And this pencil icon means that you can essentially change this position just by clicking edit. We click edit, and as you see, ETHUSD long. Let's modify. See this big button here? Modify it. We're going to add a take profit to this position and a stop loss. We need to manage this trade, and we need to learn that we should not just place market orders. We need to have some parameters to define the risk and reward. So in this case, the trade we're about almost flat now, but it has not been going well. And we need to set a stop loss. So let's set a stop loss at 1,510. And let's take, this is a take per, okay, let's fix this. This is stop loss to the right, so 1,510. And now let's add a take profit. And by the way, the system is smart. Your paper trading account will tell you if you make an error. As you can see, it's red, and it says take profit must be above current bid. So let's do our take profit instead at the top here. What is this? This is 15.15. So now we've done our take profit at 15.15, our stop loss at 15.10, and we can see our pips, the dollar gain or loss, and the percentage. And this is a trade we're managing because it just went wrong from the beginning. Now we click modify, and it looks like our loss has already been hit before we could click modify. Did you see that? Fascinating. Before we could even get it out the door, the trade is really now in trouble. And what we're doing here is showing how paper trading can just help you get a better feel for markets, because this is what happens sometimes when you put money on the line without a plan. Let's click modify. We've now had to lower our stop loss here for the sake of this, and it looks like it dropped again, and the trade is not going well. Wow, look at this big red candle here, and we need to figure out how to manage this trade. And we want to show you as well this order. There we go. Okay, finally we've updated this order and we've made some changes to it. Let's just hope that we can get out of this to some degree. And by the way, what you can do if you think that you made a mistake, for example, our stop loss now is at this low, but maybe we think this low is actually going to be support. So we'll just say, you know what? Let's give ourselves some room to run here. And what you could do is you can drag it to change the stop loss. So let's say if it breaks the low, get us out. And now this is a losing trade. We're well aware of that. We can barely make much money at all. And that's just how it goes. And that's where paper trading can be helpful. We click modify, drags it down. And if you just noticed how exciting this can get, our Google trade just executed. Let's see. It did indeed. So let's see what happened here with Google orders. So we can go back and look through, and it looks like our profit target hit. Very nice. This is sell. This was our profit target here at 2,037. This was our stop loss. It's canceled now because the take profit was filled. So we made some money on the Google trade. That's fantastic. And we could just sort of get a feel for that by tracking our positions using our orders, our history, and our trading journal, of course, just keeps us reminded about what's going on. And your account history will show you every completed trade. So as you can see, our Google trade turned a profit of $51.40. Just paper trading though, remember. And here is the exact details of the trade. That's pretty cool for your when you want to study how your paper trading is performing. Come to this account history after the trade's complete, and you'll see a history of everything you've done. From the time the trade was open, to the parameters that were set, to the profit or loss that were taken. It's right here in action. Let's go back to our positions. We are really not having a good trade here on this Ethereum trade. And let's click the symbol to open the chart. Now let's take this down. How are we doing? This trade is not looking too good. And we'll just let this sit a little bit longer. And you know, that's what this is all about, is learning in real time and trying to understand the mechanics of placing a trade. Probably the most important thing about paper trading is managing your positions, seeing everything that you're doing, reflecting on them, and then what's really important is setting up a trade from start to finish before pressing buy. So you saw our market order and how quickly that went wrong compared to the Google trade, which was actually a planned trade with a take profit and a stop loss. And if we go to our account history, it turned a profit, it worked well. And that's how paper trading can be so helpful, is planning your trades using this order panel. And for the sake of this video, we will just do one more example. What we're going to do is we are going to go over to the NASDAQ 100 ETF QQQ, and we're going to place a trade once again on 1 minute. Or actually, for the sake of this video, if you've watched this whole time, we'll do a daily trade, longer term. So let's do a daily trade. And it looks like look at this, Ethereum, stop, sold. We lost money bad on that trade, and there are some lessons to be learned. This loss is way too big, and it's because we did that market order and then had to manage the trade afterward. And that's what happens sometimes if you don't plan the trade perfectly from the beginning. And let's get back to our QQQ. We're going to place a trade here. So if you do follow your paper trading account over the long term, let's say you want to do this for months, well, you can really have fun and, think out toward the future. For example, maybe you want to wait for a 10% correction. Where would that take us from the top here? That would take us to just do it, rough estimate right there. So let's place a trade at the 10% correction level. Right click, trade, let's do buy, and we can set the trade up just like this. So limit, as we learned, absolutely want to do. We'll go to a round number to make this easy. Let's do 10. Let's also set our take profit and our stop loss. So we just check these boxes. And in this case, we're going to buy at the 10% correction. We're going to try to get, our plan is to try to get a retrace or almost a dead cat bounce of sorts of about, let's say, what would make sense from here? How about 4.5%? That takes us to right there. That's 317.30. So we can type here 317.30. And our stop loss is going to be, if it breaks through this 10% marker, the plan will be to just pretty much get out, because maybe it's a much more serious correction. So what we'll do is, that's 303.50. So what we'll say if it breaks 300, another round number. And now let's click buy, because we've done our stop loss, our take profit. And remember, we could do this in pips or in terms of profit gained, 138, or or you could say the money you'll lose, or your percentage of your account. Now let's click. And the order's been placed. Now the rest is history. We just sit back and wait. And we can see our orders here. We see it directly on the chart. We know some of our plan, what we were thinking through. We could even add some notes. This is a 10% drop, dip buy, and sell after the bounce. We could even write this on our chart so that we could see the trade. And that's important because let's say we find ourselves now looking at a totally different asset. For example, we're looking at the gold ETF, and then we remember, we have placed that trade in QQQ. Well, here's our notes. We see it here. We see our trades. We see what position we have in, set up, the trade management here, and we can get to work. And of course, once again, we open our paper trading journal. We can see our orders. It's all right here. So we really hope that this video helps you get started. We're going to be making a lot more like it because it's so important. And it all starts with really just diving right in. Connect to a paper trading account, open your order panel, and get started. Remember, paper trading is a simulated environment. You can sell, you can buy, you have market orders, limit orders, stops. You can set up your take profit, your stop loss, you have your dollar risk, your percentage risk. It's all right here for you to experiment with. And we'll make some other videos later on about the depth of market. That's here. This is a complicated tool that we won't get into just yet. But for those who know and you've stuck around this long, here's your depth of market. So we appreciate you watching this video. Please leave any questions or comments below, and thank you for watching.